Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. Right. Let's see. Doing a mic test. Of course, because for some reason my mic always wants to be different. Of course, because for some reason my mic always wants to be different. So, let's see. So, all right. Hi, welcome Light Resolution. Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome in, everyone. I'm going to be actively needing, oh, thank you for the follow, Light Resolution. So appreciated. I'm going to be actively asking for your guys's opinions on mac and cheese today because I'm craving some mac and cheese and I'm craving Kraft's deluxe mac and cheese. And I know that so many people have mac and cheese preference, so. All right, but anyways, let's get into today's streamed like major topic is we are going to be looking and building our new Witch Hazel Trees for BYG's biome Weeping Witch Forest. Behind me are all of the art reworks and new textures, both contributed by me and one of my friends, Spare. He worked on the log texture while I did everything else. So huge shout outs to that. And I think everything looks really gorgeous. I'm really happy with the leaf texture. We can go ahead and check that out right here. Hi, welcome. Another day, another sleigh. Yes, my life's Aiden. I love it. Yes, I'm so glad you can make it. Yes, tell me your opinions on what's your favorite mac and cheese. I'd love to know. So while I'm going over, here is kind of like an up close look at some of the leaf textures. This took a while. I think it looks pretty cool. It's definitely a different vibe from the original Witch Hazel, which was kind of like this ugly brown color. I can say that because I'm the one that made it, so. I... And then we've got some new blocks here as well. So this is our Blooming Witch Hazel. And it has this new pretty animated texture, kind of like this subtle glow. It's very pretty. I'm a huge fan of it. I was obsessed. Thank you for the follow. If I'm reading this right, is it Hyper Rails? Thank you for the follow. Red Robin mac and cheese. I 100% agree. You don't like mac and cheese? Okay. I'm not gonna be mean, but I am going to silently judge you. No, I'm kidding. Yes, it is animated. So yeah, it's a subtle animation. I didn't want it to be too much in comparison. So yes. But yes, I agree. I actually will agree. Red Robin mac and cheese is so good. It's actually one of my favorites, but the Kraft mac and cheese deluxe will always kind of be like my fan favorite. I don't know. It's just what I grew up with. So then we've got our Witch Hazel log, which has this really beautiful kind of like brown color. And then we've also got kind of the inside with these golden rings and more of a greenish wood type. Then this is the stripped version of that, which I think is very pretty. You know, lots of versatility in this entire set as well, which is really cool. And then we have our sapling. Personally, I love the saplings, probably one of my favorite parts. Yeah, I want to see if I can... I'm not sure if I added the flower pot model for this yet. Isn't that pretty? I think it's cute. I would put that as like a house decoration. And then we've got our witch hazel branches. So these are going to kind of act as like little branches that kind of just give it a bit more volume and oomph. And then we've got the witch hazel blossom, which, I mean, it's kind of obvious where the inspiration came from. Crazy, right? They're a little different. I promise. They're not exactly the same. But yes, so this is kind of to give the biome some particle and ambience. Right now, the current texture is warped crimson, no, crimson spore. As the texture kind of fits with this kind of red orange theme going on here. We love the green and gold. Oh, thank you. And then they had mac and cheese looking. I can see that. See, it's funny because I live on a school campus right now, and they don't like they just wholeheartedly don't have mac and cheese here. It's actually really heartbreaking to me. So yeah, these were some of our original trees designed here, and what we're gonna have to do is start from scratch. They're all gone now. So we're gonna start with a fresh palette. We've got our blocks, and we are just gonna go ahead and building. So feel free to ask questions, chat, make suggestions. I'm always here. All right, so I think what I really want to do is, because I want to do something a little bit larger in life. Let's see. Maybe we can start with this. I always remember usually how they translate in our build world, for anyone who's not aware. Also, peep the giant sequoia. But for anyone not aware, this is the BYG build world. This is where all the magic happens. All your favorite biomes are concepted. All your favorite blocks and everything, structures, villages, whatever, they are all built here. So yes. All right. I want it to kind of be taller. I think that when I'm thinking of like a witch forest, I definitely want some kind of like semi-alien vibe. Let's see, I think I'm gonna go a bit lower on that aspect. I think that might be less because something is worse than poorly. You honestly, light resolution, I agree with that. Um, I think I would rather have good like that's true because campuses usually find a way to ruin everything. Taco Tuesdays is horrible. They're not my favorite. It's definitely not real Mexican food. I'm thinking of maybe some kind of like canopy kind of tree. Some kind of large canopy. I think would be kind of cool. So let's see. Maybe something like that. Let's see. Look at this. Let's see. I'm kind of liking this so far. This is kind of cool. I'm liking how this is looking, oak-wise, or like wood-wise. And then, for the purpose of like in the build world, actually, this could work. Oh no, yeah. For the purpose of the build world, I just will say, when it comes to like these kind of like blooming witch hazel, we're not actually going to end up using that because when we go in and like code it, we'll put a weight on it basically, and all the leaf blocks will kind of be randomized. So, um, just for quality of life. So if anyone's like, "Oh, you're forgetting the blooming witch hazel," in that, don't worry, it'll be there. Just it won't be in this version. It'll be in the final product. Usually when I like to build trees, I kind of like to start off with like a simple concept. That's just kind of how I am. Let's see. So I'm thinking. I'm definitely kind of liking this more canopy vibe. Maybe we could make a couple different variants, that are a little different. And then let's see. Maybe go like that, and then go like that, and go like this. Let's see. Hi, Spare. Welcome to the chat. Then branchy, like evil looking, maybe. That's true. I have the branches going out. Still try to keep the weeping look. I think the flowering witch hazel leaves should glow. The flowering do glow. Here. You might have missed it. They do glow. Here's a look at the animated texture for them. It's just a little more subtle now. But they still glow, I promise. Yeah. I think they have a pretty look. When it comes to as far as like weeping, I mean, when I say canopy, like here, like that, like imagine something higher up, and then you would want to do something like this, basically, which would give it a sense of droop. But I usually add a lot of those details last, just because they're kind of minor details. Something you can add really quickly. First, I want to get. I think it's important when because I love to build. I've been building for a while. Do they give off light? So they actually do not give off light simply because I can kind of show you an example of this set midnight. It's kind of how Minecraft is. So let's see, glowing. No, trying to find a good example of this, but basically, maybe this does this. I don't know if they do this. They do. So when it comes to how things look in Minecraft, you've got that, right? And then you've got that. The problem with it is that usually when you put them, so if it's not bright enough, what happens is that this is visibly a huge shade lighter than that. And that's kind of an issue for me personally. I don't really like how that looks visually. So a lot of our like blooming or flowering stuff that are meant to be more magical, I'm removing the light from them simply because I do not like how this looks. I really don't like how you can kind of visually see how this has been in the brightness of the entire block has been highlighted, and then this one it isn't, so it just kind of sticks out like a sore thumb. And that's why our blossoms are going to be our light emitters now for the trees. So these are going to hang and emit the light for the blocks now, rather than the leaves doing it. I just personally just think that looks better. Yeah, yeah, fair enough. Yes, thank you. All right, and then let's see. I'm gonna fill up this corner a bit. So here is a big importance that I actually literally just remembered. And I'm literally gonna have to redo this whole shape because of it. If you guys can see on the far right, oh, actually it's kind of blocked out, but basically we want to make sure that the distance on the leaf is actually no more than 6. So if it's more than 6 blocks away from an oak log, we have to completely redo it because that means when the tree generates, it's actually going to start decaying and the leaves will start decaying, which is really bad and causes a lot of issues. I have, but personally, I don't really like that because then it removes the shape, Corgi. Like it and ends up and then, yeah, but then it's like it messes with the shape because it's like I'd rather start with a shape that had everything perfect, if that makes sense, rather than something that was great in vision, and then once you actually did it, you're like, oh crap, half of this whole chunk was gonna decay. Now I have to completely redo it. So I'd rather just do it perfect the first time. Will that still work when it generates, though? What do you mean, will that still work when it generates? Clarify. Do you mean like the leaf distance? Yeah, the leaf distance will stay the same. Let's see. I'm kind of liking that shape right now. Want that, though. Let's see, that's 5, 5. All right. I'm liking it so far. I'm liking it. 6. That's 6. Okay, that's good. 5. Let's see. Is the game zoomed in? It is a little zoomed in. I had to do that because for some reason Minecraft um did not want to, the stream didn't want to fit Minecraft. Basically, there was a big like black chunk of bar at the bottom, so I had to zoom it in a little bit. Um, I'll try and fix it for next stream. But that was just my quick solution, my quick and innovative solution. Okay, then none of this works. Okay, that works. This is a 6, that works. Yeah, I'll just fix it for next stream. I just had to kind of get something going. Because it was kind of a last minute issue. So, you know, technical problems. Always fun. Let's see, that's 6, that's 7. It's not going to work. And then this is usually where I'll start adding in little extra little stuff to kind of, if I feel like there needs to be more, I'll kind of add on. Okay. I definitely want to add maybe some extra little branches here. Let's see. Let's get that in. And for anyone that is just now joining the stream, tell me what your favorite mac and cheese is. I'm curious. Actually, I'm not really liking that. You guys, I'm not liking this. I don't like it. Arrgh, I'm upset. No. Yeah, that's a little better. Wait, it said 7. Let's see. Five. Okay. Kraft mac and cheese. See, I'm the same way, Spare. That's how I am. I love Kraft mac and cheese. It's just superior. Like, it's like, it's so versatile, is the correct word to describe Kraft mac and cheese. Yeah, I mean, I had Velveeta, I've had Kraft, and like, I don't hate the other ones. Yeah, it's like, I don't hate them, I just like, they're not as good. From Canada, that's cool. Okay, I'm liking the shape so far. I'm definitely gonna clean it up, but I'm liking where it's going. I'm definitely not hating it. I'm liking this kind of like fuller tree. I think it looks cool. Right. Emotional. I feel that. I really do feel that. An emotional attachment to Kraft mac and cheese. I get that. I really do. Okay, and then maybe that. Do a little that. Is that 5? Okay, that's still working. Of course, no problem. Okay. See, I'm liking that so far. Something everyone should know right now is when it comes to my buildings, you always have to, and anyone I know this, not the server restarting in 15 minutes. Okay. Can't stop that. That's okay. Also, yes, I've been exposed. This is on a server. I have it just so I can do collaborative work. You guys can get store-bought mac and cheese. Yes. Also depends. Hero rails. It depends. Like some places have like a deli where they sell the mac and cheese, and then like you also get just like packaged, like a box of it, and then you have to like boil it and stuff at home. It's not really like pre-made, or you can get like the microwave stuff, where it's like frozen and you microwave it. Some of those are pretty good. Not the healthiest option, but, you know, if you need it. Okay. See, I want to, like, leave some room for the logs so that I can place the blossoms. Kind of like that. So they're kind of just chilling there. Like, I think I might do that. I actually like that a lot, so I might do that. And they're not going to spawn everywhere. Not all the trees are going to have these, because then the particles would be really insane. They're going to be kind of rare. But for this instance, we'll make a tree that has the blossom on it. Right. And now we have to start. Let's see. The blossoms are so... I don't know, Cash. I don't know. The microwave ones aren't always horrible. It really depends on the brand. There's a couple brands of them that aren't terrible. You want to get it at like a Sprouts or something if you guys have that. And thank you. I think the blossoms are so pretty. I think they're so cute. And I think they complement like just the tree really well. All right, so we've kind of got a shape going on right here. It's like that one TikTok. Where I live, we buy the ingredients. Yeah, you can definitely make it yourself too. I made a homemade mac and cheese. I was like a white cheddar. I think I did, yeah, I did like a creamy white cheddar mac and cheese. Like I got the pasta, you know, melted the cheese, added the heavy cream, blah, 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 all that. And then I made some homemade, like, garlic knots, if you guys know what those are. It's kind of like garlic bread, but it's in like a knot. So I am also a broke university student without a kitchen at the moment, but I am moving into an apartment in the summer, so I will actually have a kitchen. I'm so excited. Yeah, I make homemade garlic knots. I love my homemade garlic knot recipe. It's really good. Yeah, garlic knots are the bomb. Absolutely obsessed. I like that. You know, actual mac and cheese is like amazing. Yeah, it's the life. Let's see. I think I'm happy with this side for now. To make sure, is everything rendered as okay. Everything looks good on that one. Okay, I'm liking this so far. You know, I'm gonna stream a lot more this weekend. I just have to figure out what to stream. So if you guys have any suggestions, I wanted to try and stream Minecraft Dungeons, but for some reason, it just gets stuck at like loading, and then it doesn't load, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. Like I had everything ready, and like I'd already planned this, and then it just didn't want to load, and I was like, that's kind of sad. So I'm gonna see if I can try and get it to work this weekend though, because I really did want to play Minecraft Dungeons. Because they have like that new little tower thing, and I didn't finish the end DLC that I got because I have all the DLC for that game. So I was thinking about maybe starting kind of like a series, um, with like a completely new. Okay, I feel like this side is definitely thicker than this side, and I kind of want to. I'm not sure if I should make this side less thick, or if I should just oomph up the whole thing. So this is where I start adding the droopy. That's where you get droops. As long as they're within render, as long as they're in the decay distance, it's all good. Well, I guess that's true. I didn't finish the other side. I know I get distracted easily. It's hard. It's difficult. So get that going, kind of like that. It's a little droopy. Okay, I'm like slowly. I feel like I'm going this way. Like I'm starting here and I'm like working my way around like a spiral. So now I'm on this side. Yeah, funny how this turned into this. See what I mean? Trust the process. Let's see. I'm also trying to kind of make it based off the sapling a little bit. I used to do it the other way around. I actually used to make the tree first, and then I wouldn't actually make the sapling until I finished the tree, so that they could be accurate, but... Right. I think my favorite kind of way to build leaves is like I call it the 3-leaf rule. To do that, and then it's like that. But as long as you keep doing like 3 leaves, it kind of starts to make a random pattern that kind of gives it volume and makes it a bit full. Like that's pretty much what I've been doing this whole time. That's so true. It is asymmetrical, so it can look whatever way it likes. Definitely, because like on the side, I don't know if you can see these like little branches coming off. I definitely want to kind of put some. But to be fair, that's kind of like what this is for. And we'll go in and add these later once I finish the leaf. It's always the leaf shape that takes me the longest time. Let's see, and then we'll get a little bit of that. Gonna start making attempts at building some outward, because right now it's just kind of flat on top, but that's just because I haven't gotten to it yet. But we'll make an attempt. We'll start it right here, kind of get the idea of that going, and then this is totally like not in distance. Okay, so I've got, I think I'm gonna do that, put another blossom here. Actually, I don't really like that those are symmetrical. That's kind of bothering me. I think I'm gonna do this and then put it like here, because I don't really like it that it's symmetrical. Yeah, there's little branches. We've got cute little branches. And then on the sapling, yeah, there's like a cute little branch down there. Just for some extra detail. Yeah, I think they look cute and it's a cute little decoration block. I have a couple branch blocks. Yeah, there's the Embergel branch, the Witch Hazel branch, the Mushroom branch, we don't talk about that one, but the Elysium Bloom branch, because that one was kind of a flop. But yeah, so there's a couple ones I'm just kind of, I was like, one more wouldn't hurt anybody. Right, and kind of get a little, you know, I'm trying to make an effort to stream more. I'm gonna be streaming more this weekend because I am so close to getting affiliate, you guys. And I want it so badly. So I'm trying to make a better effort so I can get my Twitch affiliate. Yes, I'm so close. I think the only thing I'm missing is the fact that I just don't have enough hours streamed, but I've got the viewer count and like all that other jazz. I just have to get more hours in and then I should be approved for it, which is super cool. Oh, 1 second. Sorry, I always have to wait for the little follower thing. Thank you for the follow. Oh gosh, I can never read these. I'm like this. I might. Shay the Vija. Thank you. Sorry, I always like the screen is really small for me, so it's like difficult. All right. Oh my god, these are all 7s. Okay. So what we're gonna do is I'm actually going to snake this around. So in the hopes, does this work? Did this work? It did work. Okay, we're good. I was like, I don't like that it's like 7. Okay. And then I am going to go real quick. I just noticed my headset is about to die, so let me go grab the charger for that real quick so that my headset doesn't die in the middle stream. All right, I'm back. let me just get this set up. Sorry, my mic's gonna sound a little weird for a second, but yes. You don't want it dying. Be embarrassing. Also, I need to know, do you people have like a Chili's? Do you, wherever you are from watching this, let me know if you have a Chili's, like where you live. It's a restaurant. Because me and my friends love Chili's, and I might go get some for dinner. Because I'm like strangely in the mood for it right now. I don't know why, I just decided I am. I'm like, oh, that skillet cookie? Mm-mm-mm. I'm gonna put some stuff over here so I can kind of branch it out a bit. Oh, that's a shame. Oh, you don't have Trader Joe's? That's heartbreaking. I love Trader Joe's. The way I saw this TikTok, and the way that they described Trader Joe's is like, imagine you're an alien, right? And you're trying to make a store that like seems human. You know, like when people are like, oh my gosh, it's like an authentic blank name. Chili's is so good. It really is. I feel like, and it's the fact that it's so cheap too. Like I always get the 2 for $25 with my friend. We always just, like anytime we go, we all just split a 2 for $25. You get like a you can get like side salad or chips, and you can get like chicken ranch quesadillas or burger. Like it's good. And you get the dessert. Yeah, Trader Joe's is amazing. I love Trader Joe's. You know, they just I've always like the way I've just always seen Trader Joe's, and I love it, is just the fact that it's aliens trying to make the most like American or like Earth like store possible. Because the stuff at Trader Joe's, it's good, don't get me wrong, but I think we can all agree here that it's weird. Like, it's not that it's bad, but it's definitely not normal. Like, they'll have the most random little products there, and they're always so good, but they are definitely interesting. And exactly, like, it's weird, and I love it. And when I was little, I don't know if they still do this, but they basically used to have like, I don't know if it was like a crab or something. It was like you could, if you were a little kid, you could go and find like some like hidden toy basically throughout the store, and if you found it, you got a balloon. I don't know why. I vaguely remember that as a child. That was my favorite thing when we'd go to Trader Joe's. And also the fact that they have the little kids carts too. So my parents would let me get like a kids cart. I always thought that was fun. All right. You have no idea. Oh. Well, I promise you the Trader Joe's Deluxe, the luxury of Trader Joe's is always here when you visit. All right. I'm going to should we just wait for the server to kick me? It'll only be like a second. The server restarts pretty quickly. It's heartbreaking though. We'll just wait for the server to decide when it needs to kick me. We've definitely got a very volumetric tree. Oh, okay. It kicked me. All right. Now we just have to wait. Here are some fun servers to join. Fluffy trees, yes. I have a lot of my friends' servers on here. Not like private, like they're public. So like you can, if you wanted to play them, go ahead. All right. Let's see. Is it back up yet? Nope, not yet. It will be back up soon, I promise. Let's admire the beautiful background of Minecraft Java 1.18.1 edition. even though it's zoomed in. So you actually can't really see it that well, but that's okay. It's back up yet? Pleek. No, it's not back up yet. I'm gonna keep checking, like, oh! I see that it's semi-open, so I think it's working. I think it's taking her time, and that's fine. Okay, we're back. Yeah, I don't know. I felt like a fluffy tree would... I don't know, I wanted something oomph, some volume to this biome. Right. Yay, we're back. I know, right? Okay. Right. This is looking good so far. Remember, I used to be really bad at building. It was honestly kind of embarrassing. We have Witch Hazel here. I found it. I was allergic the hard way. Oh no, that is heartbreaking. Yes, Aaron, I'm doing a little check, and shocker. Trying to make it connected because I don't really know. Okay, we're good now. We're good now. Check the leaf distance and it's all Gucci. Put another blossom up here. We're actually approaching the end of this tree. It's actually pretty good right now. I'm happy with it. Yep. Okay. Shh, y'all saw nothing. Okay. Just gonna do that. Okay. I like this. I think she's got character. She's got volume and style. I think I'm gonna actually expand this one a little bit. I feel like it's kind of falling a bit. Still. Okay. Let me add some. Okay. Let's see. Let's get this. Let's get the bill per. Okay, and that is missing. Shh, I'm like totally cheating, but it's fine. It's not, I'll admit, it's not the best practice to just kind of randomly place logs. But sometimes I get a little impatient. Right. Put this in here. Okay. I'm liking this. I think this is cute. I think I'm actually gonna loosen this up a bit more, actually. Because I feel like it's a little chunky. Yeah, I like this. I'm liking that a bit more. Okay. Alright, check leaf distance. I think everything's... She is very cute. Yes, she is. Okay, I'm liking it. Now we gotta work on the top real quick. This doesn't take very long though, to be honest. The top's actually probably one of the easier parts. Because you just kind of have to place stuff so that it looks volumetric. Okay. It's a very fluffy, full tree. I like it. I think it's cute. And maybe put some, like, things here. I'm actually... I think I'm gonna actually put maybe wood. No, I mean, I shouldn't. I shouldn't, but I want to. Just trying to find like the right balance of like too many of these, but not too little, because I want it to feel like busy and full, but not like ugly. Okay, I actually really like this. I like how this turned out. I think this is cute. Yeah, it's got some little blossoms throughout. It's got some twigs, little branches. We're just joining in. We're making witch hazel trees. Also, tell me your favorite mac and cheese. Or else. No, I'm kidding. But yes, here's a look at our kind of like our first one. I might go back and edit it later, but I'm liking it so far. I think I'm good with it. And now let's see. For our second tree, we will start our second tree. I'm not sure what I want to do for this one yet. Potentially. We could do a more like dead one maybe. I know that was kind of one of the originals. It was like a more dead tree looking one. I'm also thinking like maybe doing like a really skinnier tree. Something like that. Did you have diamond blocks instead of pendrite before? I did. Yeah, I changed it because I thought I liked the new pendrite, so I thought it looked cute. So I changed it. Yeah, I wanted to make it BYG blocks because it's the BYG build world, so I was like, why not? No, not that. Let's see. Yeah, that looks better. Something like that. I'm gonna turn on my light real quick. It is getting a little dark in here. There you go. You can see better. I'm working to get a camera because I want to definitely have like face cam and things like that, you know. And then when I move into my apartment, I'll have more stuff for setup. But and you guys, my roommate has a cat, and I'm so excited. Slay! Slay! I don't. Let me know if you guys could hear that. Yes, the sleigh. I love it. Yes. Yeah, no, my roommate has a cat. I haven't had a cat since I was around 9 or 10 years old. So I'm really excited. Her name's Lucy. And she is the cutest cat I've ever met. I'm obsessed with her. I'm so excited. Let's see, does this look good? No. No, we're just gonna keep it this way. Yeah, we're just gonna keep it like this. Okay. And maybe on this we can have like think we're not gonna put any blossoms on this one. I think we'll put maybe like more branches and stuff. Actually, first, we'll put some leaves. Yes, kitty. My cat lives at home, so I can only see humans. Wow. Yeah, that's how I am with my dog. I have a really cute dog who's like the love of my life. And she lives with my parents right now because I live on a university campus, and it's heartbreaking because I miss her so much, and I will text my parents and be like, "Can you send me a picture or video of her, please? I'm missing her right now." Something like that. I don't know. Massage or making sure my cat does so. Honestly, I feel like cats do. They do, but they just pretend not to give it. Like they pretend not to really care, you know? I think that's what's funny about them. They purposely like to be little divas. And I think that's what's so cute about them. Right. And then I think I'm gonna put a lot of branches on this one, since it's kind of like a more dead tree. I feel like that's everyone's relationship with cats. Like everyone's like, maybe they don't love me at all, but I love them, and that's all that matters. And honestly, exactly what makes you happy in life is all that matters. Yeah, I think that's cute. I like that. I mean, it's simple, it's small. Usually what I like to do when it comes to my trees is I kind of like to do like different red and orange plants spawn there. So the reason when it comes to like the plant diversity there, the ground is actually more of a lush grass. And then it kind of has a more coniferous feel to it because it's more of a colder atmosphere and environment, and that's why the wood color was changed to be this more brownish gray color. Because you don't want the ground really being the focus of this forest. You want the leaves. You kind of want the canopy of the forest to be what draws you in, not necessarily what's on the ground, which is why the ground is not meant to have, like, that's why the ground doesn't have the blossom, it doesn't have the branches. More effort is getting put into the tree itself and the decoration and the design of the trees so that you kind of are looking up rather than looking down. So yeah, and I'd say intentional game design. Because it really matters what you want your audience to be looking at. Same thing I'd say goes with the redwood forest. Obviously the trees are huge and tall, so because of that, you don't want people in a redwood forest to be looking down at the ground and going, "Oh, what's this down here?" You want people going, "Whoa," and kind of like staring up at you, you know? I feel like that's more. So yeah, I kind of want to do the same thing here. Obviously not with height, but with like color. I want the bottom to be kind of like a duller ground so that the top can be like this mesmerizing area. Hi, welcome everyone that's joining in. Welcome, welcome. Tell me your favorite mac and cheese if you haven't already. I want to hear. I love mac and cheese. I am a mac and cheese enthusiast. I used to work at a restaurant that had one of my favorite white cheddar mac and cheeses. It was luxurious and it was the cheapest thing on their menu. It was funny because it was a fancier restaurant. I just could not afford to eat there because like they wanted to charge you like $20 for a burger and I just couldn't do that. So my employee discount was while I was working, I got 50% off. So the mac and cheese there was $8. So with my employee discount, I would get mac and cheese for $4. And yes, it was an incredible. It was like a five. I think it was like a 4.5 star French rush, like an authentic French restaurant. It was really good. It was where I used to live. I don't live there anymore, but it was it was good. Like, don't deny me. If you had the money, like the people that I was, because I was a busser there, the people that like I was serving were definitely higher class citizens, if that makes sense. They were not, because it was very expensive, but the food was really good. I like sometimes, I was working in the back and because I had friends that were prep cooks and kitchen and staff, and they'd sneak me food, and I mean, it wasn't really sneaking. Literally, the head chef would make food for us all the time. But exactly. So, that's just kind of how it was. And I got to try a lot of the food, and it was really good. And in fact, I never really liked any seafood, but I had fried calamari there for the first time. Yeah, it was good food. Yeah, but I had fried calamari there for the first time in my entire life, and it actually was so good. And it's one of the only seafood things that I like genuinely enjoy. Because I really don't enjoy a lot of stuff like that. I remember most bills that like I'd go and pick up from the tables were well over $100. But I will say, where they get you obviously is the alcohol, they would charge a lot for like wines and things like that. Yeah, I've never really liked seafood that much. I didn't grow up with it, so it wasn't really my thing, but I'm trying to be less picky and like broaden my horizons. I think the one thing that I still, well, I don't know if I'll ever do is sushi, like raw fish and all that. Like, I'm not sure if I could handle that. I also don't like slimy things. Like, I like the fried calamari because it wasn't really slimy. It was like just like a fried. It's deep fried, so yeah, wasn't bad. Let's see. I'm gonna get. I think I'm gonna make like a little baby tree. Maybe like a little baby one. Because that's what I was gonna say. What I like to do when it comes to um little like when it comes to the trees is I kind of like to have like a couple different growth stages. You can see like baby, not so baby, little bit taller, a little bit taller. Like I like to have little different growth stages so that when you're kind of walking for it. Raw fish is, yeah, it is. And I honestly, some people love that kind of stuff. One thing I had was have you ever gone to a hot pot before? Hot pot is kind of, I believe it is Asian, and it's either, I think it's like in more of an Asian thing for sure. I went to it in San Francisco, and it was a hot pot, and basically it's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like the broth is like super hot, and you get like these really thin pieces of meat, so they cook super. Yes, Chinese Golden. Yeah, so they cook super quickly. I thought that was pretty good. Yes, I thought it was pretty good. I liked it. I wanted dessert though, and they didn't have any, which was disappointing. So then I got ice cream, but you know. Yes, it can be a bit strong. I feel like it depends on the one you get. So I ended up getting like a much more, not like milder, because none of it was spicy, but it was like just not as like concentrated. It was like lighter and smell for a while. Well, that's why I just got to a restaurant to do it. Plus, it was a fun experience, and it really wasn't that expensive either. It was actually super cheap for me and four people. Like it was me and three other people. We all ate there. It was actually really cheap. I think maybe we both all like for each person it was maybe like $10 a person for what we ended up getting. Yeah. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna make like a little baby tree. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna make a little baby tree. Little baby. Yeah. Let's see. Put that in there. Yeah, I can see that. I really want to get into cooking more when I move into my apartment in the summer. Because, I mean, here's the thing. I love to bake and I like to cook, but it's like, it's still baking. Like, I like to make, like breads and, you know, like, like garlic nuts and things like that. Like, it's cooking, but it's also baking. It's kind of like a mix of both. The filet mignon. It actually wasn't even that good. I'll let you know that. It's actually like one of the worst dishes. Let's see. Hi. Hi, Goose the Fourth. I was just saying I like baking. I love baking. Yeah, it's fun. Yes, hi, welcome. Oh, it's Lena from Discord. Hi. So glad you could make it. This is someone from, for anyone that's not in our Discord, someone from our Discord. I'm assuming most people here are from my Discord. That would be, if you're not, let me know, because I can hook you up. Let's see. We're building trees right now. Here's a look at some of them. I'll go back and look at a couple of the trees. Looks like a more of like a dead one. That's okay. The BYG Discord, or at least it's Potion Studios now, but the Potion Studios Discord has grown tremendously over the past year. Yes, I am. See, I am doing some horizontal logs for them, for the placement. Not all of them, but I am trying my best where it can be applied. You found my YouTube first. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I uploaded a lot of my streams. I upload my streams there and just some basic stuff. Right, we've got this little tree, we've got our bigger tree. And I might make kind of like a medium-sized tree too. Yeah, I'm trying to make an effort to post more on the YouTube and like just kind of hard upload the streams. Just kind of in the event that people miss the stream. And then yes. Then I want to get my TikTok going. I actually have a TikTok, you guys, just for BYG. It's not like a personal one or anything. It's kind of like a modded one. Um, I will start linking. I need to start linking that eventually. Because I kind of like abandoned it for a bit. I was kind of like making just like random little videos on it. Um, but I want to start definitely getting into that more because it's a really good way to boost a platform. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. Um, I mean, to be honest, I'm gonna be real with you. I didn't know half the menu because half of it was stuff I just did not eat and could not afford. So I didn't really eat there. I legitimately, every single time I came, my waitress friend knew that all I was getting was mac and cheese, and that wasn't even considered a dish there. It was considered it was considered a side. Oh, the snails. Yes. Fun fact, one time, with the snails, um, there were worms in it, in the whole batch. and we had to like we threw away the whole thing. I promise this is not a health hazard. It happens. But yeah, there was worms in the batch, so we had to throw away the whole batch, and like it was so gross. No, it was so gross. Yeah, no. I promise though, like it's not like we didn't keep them. Like we threw them all out. If yeah, if the snails, well, they were. I'm pretty sure. I don't think there were. Yeah, I know. If there were worms and stuff in it, it was kind of like we had to throw them out. Yeah, it was unfortunate, but have to keep safety. The baobab trees look good. Thank you. I don't know if you were looking at these. These are the baobab trees, by the way. This is witch hazel. Just for clarity. Snails are cute. There is a song by Beanie. If you don't know who that is Benee, all caps. I love Beanie. And they have a song called Snail, and it is like one of my. It's like such a good song. It's super cute. Yeah, I love it. And the song is about if she was a snail and how she would be feeling if she was a snail. And it's fun. All right, let's see. I'm gonna work on. Yeah, sounds about right. Roaches, yeah, they really. Ugh. The fact that they can survive a nuclear bomb just really puts into perspective how interesting they are. Yep, you have to burn them. Right, this one's gonna kind of be like a medium-sized tree. She's gonna be a little bit bigger. Be a bit bigger, but she won't be as like big and fluffy as this one. Oh wow, yeah, that is rough. Thankfully, I think I think the worst thing I've ever had in like my house is, and it was like in my old house. It wasn't even in the one my parents currently live in. It was a bed bug infestation. My dad used to go on business trips a lot for his job, and he brought home bed bugs with him one time. So that was fun. We all had to sleep on mattresses for um like 2 weeks while our house got like disinfected. It was so bad. And ever since then I've been absolutely terrified of getting like bed bugs. Yeah, exactly. No, my dog, I make sure to have like tick medicine and stuff like that. I just realized I'm not checking the leaf distance on these. Hold on. I think that was the only one that was the issue. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, everything else is good. Okay, crisis averted. Yeah, that's just the way that's just the way they were made, it's just how nature was designed for it. So, but I do agree, they are very gross. That doesn't know. I'm an environmental major, so I'm like, I have to be like, everything's sacred. But mosquitoes, I hate mosquitoes. Thankfully, I actually don't really have them. It really is a vibe. No, that's my favorite part. Is since I mod and since I have a mod, I basically can go if there's like a block for a tree that I want, I can go, I really want this in a tree, and then I just make it myself, and then bam, it's here, and I can build with it. I love to build in Minecraft. It's one of my favorite things. It's just very peaceful. It's a fun way to just express your creativity and let loose on your imagination. Just do it. I always told myself, I want to do this, I want to do that. But it's like, you can't talk about what you want to do, you just have to do it. Some inspiration. But yes, it's true. You just have to go and do it. Maybe you'll find out you don't like it as much as you thought you did. I definitely have had that before. I've definitely gone and been like, I'm going to love this, and then I didn't. I I think my best example is I saw everyone on my college campus with skateboards and I said, I want a skateboard. I went and bought a skateboard and I said, I'm gonna use this. And then I realized I sucked at it and then gave up. Um, one day I'll revisit it, is what I tell myself. And then I said, I'm really bad at the skateboard. I'm kind of embarrassed, but I still want a way to get around campus. So I'll get a scooter. Got a scooter. Um, if you can guess how many times I've used that scooter since I bought it, it is 0. And then my parents are like, well, what if we got you a bike? And I'm like, oh Lord, I'm like collecting means of transportation at this point. I don't want to, I was like, please don't get me a bike because I won't use it. Please don't, I just, like, I'm collecting them. It's like the freaking Infinity Stones of transportation. I'm just collecting all of them for no reason. I don't use any of them. And I'm like, oh gosh, like I'm literally gonna have to like sell these if I don't do it because it was bad. It was really embarrassing. It's okay though. That's what I'm saying. So like, don't be afraid, but sometimes it's okay to admit that sometimes it just, the thing you thought you wanted to do just did not end up working out. That's okay. Get a train next. I love that. I had to walk where I go to school like half of the snow regularly, so you basically can't bike in the winter, not the summer. Yeah. For me, it's like it's not too bad. I'd say where I live. I don't know if anyone follows me on Twitter. If you don't, go follow me on Twitter. It's at AOCWall. Trying to reach 200. I'm like literally 3 followers away from it. But I actually just like yesterday and a bit of it was yesterday, the day before that, and then yeah, I think it was just those 2 days. We had like a non-stop blizzard come through. So I was experiencing that for the first time because I'd never lived in a place for I did when I was very very little. I lived in Illinois. If you don't know what that is, Chicago. But yes. But yeah, no, I moved to an area that did not have snow. And ultimately it has been very different. But now I moved back to the snow for college, which is fun. It's nice having the colder weather. I'm a winter baby. So I just love the cold and yes, everything with it. It's just very relaxing to me and it was fun yesterday. The snow was like I want to say it was almost like 2 to 3 feet deep. It was wholeheartedly to like my ankle. It was kind of sad. And my friend was walking around in freaking Vans. I had like snow boots on, and he was just in Vans, like walking through like 2 feet of snow. But then climate change, yeah. Our winters are very irregular now, I will say. They used to be a bit better before. Now they're really irregular. So all right, I'm liking that so far. What is that huge tree in the other plot? Okay, I'm assuming you're talking about this. This is the giant redwood sequoia. Um, yes. So yeah, this is our giant redwood sequoia here. She is, I believe, 100. She's a little. I'm pretty sure she's like almost 100 something. She's pretty high up. Yeah, she's like 100, 106, 107. Yeah, 106 blocks. So cut it down in vanilla. I love it. Yeah. Do, 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 do. And we're falling. Yeah, I definitely say timber mods are like required for BYG. Yes, we are taking advantage of the new build height. So our kind of plan for this big tree right here is it's actually going to be like a really rare structure. So you can actually do like a slash locate to it. It's going to be about much rarer than a mansion. And then Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's gonna be like a full structure that you can teleport to and find. And then I'm not gonna reveal too much, but potentially a new mob that can trade. Um, that can trade, and you can bargain with them to obtain maps to not only rare biomes in BYG, such as our very own Weeping Witch Forest, but also structures like these. We're calling them our natural wonders. So even though this isn't actually a real world natural wonder, this is a BYG natural wonder. So you can find natural wonder maps, which will take you to these pretty cool and aesthetic spots. They won't have any loot. They're not like a structure that has like stuff in them. They're like for like advancements. You'll get like an achievement for finding it or finding all of them and stuff like that. So yeah, just something fun because I feel like something we really want to take with BYG in the next direction is we want the mod to really feel like the main premise is to explore. We want to encourage exploration, encourage finding new places. I know I feel like sometimes in Minecraft people just like to settle down and like they just don't leave that area for like ever. But with BYG we want to like push you out. We want to push you out of these areas that like you always just want to be in. It's like, yeah, maybe have a base in one biome, maybe make a village in another. Because there's so many areas for inspiration and you can get inspired so quickly by just so many of the terrain. It's like you want to build everywhere, and that's kind of what I want. And I think our wonder system that we want to implement is a great way to like further be like, oh my gosh, that is so cool, because it'll be so rare that sure, like most people can find them and you could just cheat and locate, but it's like imagine you're playing in survival and you either A, just randomly stumble across it, or B, like you go on this amazing journey from finding this potential mob that I'm not going to talk about. Then you get the map from this potential mob, and then you go on this big journey to find this giant wonder. And then you come to it and then you can take pictures of it, or, build something with it. Something like that. So that's kind of the idea. And then we want to do, I would like to implement, more wonders, of course, other than our giant sequoia. Um, Having like, potentially just like structures, like Petra. I don't know if you guys know what that is. Um, my favorite thing to do is just walk. It really is. I don't know if you guys saw. I had a stream where I was showcasing stuff, and then the stream was like, "What if you just walked around? You just loaded up a BYG world and walked around." And I did that. And if you guys were there for that, if you guys were there for that, that's cool. The giant enemy baobab. A tree so large, there's like a village on the branches connected with bridges and stuff. So maybe one day I'll make something like that. That would be really dope. I could definitely see that with baobabs, like this massive grand baobab, and you just have this amazing, um, like village attached to it in the trees. That's super cool. I love that idea. I definitely say you should do it. It's good. Well, I'm really liking these trees so far. I think they look cute. I think it gives it a little more volume to the biome. Yeah, I'm definitely liking this. I think it's cute. And I think for right now, I want to take you guys just kind of like around the structure world because I don't think a lot of our newer audience hasn't been able to ever see this entire place. It's actually a lot larger than you think it is. So these are our meadow trees for the Coconina Meadow. These were designed a long time ago. Here's a look at some bayou trees, like some willow. Lord of the Rings, yes. I think there should be a taller Witch Hazel tree. So spare, we actually do random tree height that's coded. So when you look at these, they can be randomized height. So they can be taller, but I don't really make the trees based on the height I want them to be. Like that the game can like have them be. I just kind of make them and then if we want them taller. Should be Lord of the Rings. Can't wait. It's yeah, I like Lord of the Rings. It was one of my favorite like movies growing up. It was good. Here's a look at our palm trees. Yes, they originally were jungle before we added palm wood. So look at the Joshua trees, aka Yucca, which aka are going to be revamped at some point because they're not really, it's not really what they are. They don't look that great. Here's cypress. Let's look at some cypress trees. Here's our mangrove. Don't worry about the leaves. Don't worry about the leaves. I love swamp style. Me too. It's funny, I used to have a lot. I feel like I added too many swamp biomes because I personally love swamps. I think they're like magical and pretty. Here's our aspens. I love our aspens. I always retweet your streams if you post it. But thank you, I appreciate it. Here is holly trees. Here's ebony. Fun fact, I think I had AOC Cash in the chat actually help me with some of these trees. Here's a look at our enchanted trees, Skyrus trees. Here's our mushrooms. Here's some Sika. Here's a look at rainbow eucalyptus wood. Here's the look at our cherry blossoms. Here's a look at our orchard trees. There's actually only 3 of them, you guys. We did. I removed glow shrooms. They're gone now. Here's maple. Let's look at our maple trees. Yes, glow shrooms were removed. Palo Verde, it's fun. Palo Verde only has 2. But they're actually extremely accurate. I literally took pictures. I used to live where Palo Verdes were, so I literally took pictures of them and just literally designed them off of the pictures. Unfortunately with the glow stuff, it just wasn't very consistent. I didn't really like the clutter of it. So it's gonna be changed into some nether and end stuff potentially. Like kind of trees. These are, I'm assuming you're talking about these ones. These are Palo Verde. Yeah. So these are from like the desert and stuff. They're pretty cool. I lived with them for a long time. Their pollen is the most annoying thing, you guys. I will tell you that. When it is pollen season and the Palo Verdes start flowering and turning all yellow, oh lord. Oh lord, your allergies will hate you. They are the worst. Here's our Zelkova trees. And then our pine. Yeah, they're miserable. Let's see, here's our pine trees. I'd say this is one of the trees that had one of the more variants. Coniferous. Or actually, this was from... Oh, these are... I don't know if actually these are still used anymore. But these are from our bluff steeps. They might be still used. I'm not sure. Oh, peep the structures. The villages over there. We'll go back. We'll look at those in a minute. Here's coniferous. Yes, here's some coniferous trees. Here's some work in progress trees that I'm not going to talk about. Another look at some work in progress trees that I'm not going to talk about, but you're welcome to look and stare at them as I slowly back away from them. And then I'm looking that I got a follow. I'm going to be honest, it did not alert me. I am so sorry. Thank you for the follow, though. I really appreciate it. If you were the person that followed me. Was it you, Evac08? Hi, thank you for the follow if that was you. Hello and welcome. Sorry, sometimes this thing doesn't like to alert me, and it is so heartbreaking because I always want to give a shout out. Here's our Arcaria. I feel like I always butcher those. And then here's just kind of like a look at, that is the other one looking pretty. Yes, she is pretty. These are just kind of a looks at kind of, like in our autumnal oak biome and our autumnal taiga. These are just like the redesign, the like better improved vanilla trees. So we've got some oak, skinny oak, larger oaks, some birch, and then our what's it called? It's our spruce trees. Then look at, this is a look at our warped coral. Fun fact, I actually made all of these and then I forgot to add all of them in. So hopefully in our Nether update, they are all going to be added in. And then here's a look at our mini mushrooms. So little baby mushrooms. And our, just like different shrubs and such. Oh, I was lagging there a little bit. That's okay. Our pumpkins. And if you take a look, you can kind of see some scrapped concepts of different little pumpkin decorations that may or may not come back. This is a look at an upcoming thing, potentially. Our big flowers, which are going to also be changed. How was your day? My day has gone pretty well. Yes, it does look like an oak cactus. Maybe it's because the oak is a filler block for something else. But, yeah, it actually had a really good day today. I've pretty much just been, I don't know. I've been doing schoolwork pretty much. So yeah. How was your day? How's everyone else's day going, you know? Hope everyone's having a good day. Why am I on this account? All right. And then this is a look at our ember trees. You may be wondering like, oh, like why is this here and why is it dirt? Yes. I have no comment for this other than sometimes when I'm adding stuff in, so the build server doesn't have the same content that the code does, right? That the dev environment has when I'm making them. So I'll use filler blocks. So like stone actually means, so if we look at this, for example, when I'm saying stone, I'm actually meaning the ember gel vine, right? So then in the code, I simply go and replace it with this. But the problem was at the time while I'm building this, I don't actually have this block on me to go and put it there. School, yeah. Yeah, that's how it is for me too. I feel that. So you'll actually see that a lot. Here is a look at some of our stuff for the Wailing Garth. There's a look at our soapstone chains and these cool little prison pillar things. Honestly, I don't have really a lot for it, but yes. You have question. Yeah. I mean, if you have questions, go ahead and ask. All right, and then here is our rainforest trees. I personally loved these. And okay, I'm showing you all this now because I don't think many people have found it out. Fun fact, inside of this big tree is like honey. So it's a little Easter egg for you all. Most people haven't found it out. I don't think I've actually had anyone ever comment on it. Because this spawns, you can go and find this. But yes, inside the middle of this tree, there's some little honey in there. So yeah. There's some cocoa beans and poison ivy. Right, right. Work in progress tree. Adding stuff to streams like emotes. So when it comes to that, I actually have to be a Twitch affiliate for most of those things right now. I'm working on getting my Twitch affiliate. I just need to stream some more hours, and yeah. So yeah, I definitely have more plans. I just unfortunately I can't do a ton right now. And there actually should be some overlays right now. Sometimes you have like this beehive in there. In there with a tree. In the tree with an opening. That would be that's a cute idea. Take right now, homework waits. No, for no one. Yes, thank you so much for streaming. Have a good day, or a good night. Good day, good night, and good luck on your homework. Honestly, like, I feel that. All right. There should be, hold on. There should be some more overlays. I will say. Like, there should be like a chat box or something. Yeah, it should be there. Let me know, are you guys not seeing it? Maybe something bugged out. There was some overlays.
Slay!
Yeah.
Slay!
Oh, someone played Slay. You can see the chat on stream. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes things get a little buggy. This is some nether mushrooms that I was working on. But, you know, unfortunately, some of the aspects for this stream, you have to be an affiliate to do, like the bits and the emotes and all that. So once I get Twitch affiliate, I will definitely look into it. Here's some more looks, and then we get into our nether stuff. Don't worry about that. That is something for another update. What's the white stuff? What do you mean, what's the white stuff? This? Oh, you know, just chunk errors. Nothing, you know, nothing to see. Just your average chunk error. Because I will let you know now, this build world has been in here since, I want to say 1. Yeah, I'd like 1.15, 1.14. So this world has gone and been ported like 10 times basically. So the chunks start to get a little after a bit, which you know is okay. Still leaves me plenty of room. Yeah. This is an old thing. This place is old. Older than time. No, I'm kidding. And then here's a look at Bulbous. Bulbous, I think our end content honestly had some of the most diverse tree sets. Yeah, Bulbous had a lot of tree diversity. Here's a look at some Jacaranda. Here's Ether, Nightshade, Imperious. Imperious Mushroom. Oh, look, there's more chunk air. Oh, look, you can see a little cavern down there. Cool, right? And there is a look at our work in progress. All right, bye. Thank you for tuning in. Have a safe night. Fine with the different wood types here. Boy, I like a lot of them. Oh, thank you. I'm so glad you do. And here's a look at our shulkrin trees that are kind of a work in progress. I'm really liking them so far, but I gotta do more. Shulkrin would win. Or some are like red. Yes, there is so many different color palettes here. If I just literally type in the word planks, here are all the different colors. We've got ebony, we've got cherry, redwood, zelkova, nightshade, tons of different color palettes for you to choose from. Rainbow eucalyptus. Yeah, there's tons and tons of stuff here. So this is kind of just a look at what I do for certain parts of the mod. I built very large portion of this. I had some help on some things, but about 95% of this entire build world is me, including the little grids and scenes you see on the bottom. I also built those. The new Rainbow Six Nights prove it. Yes, it was really good. So we don't have a full-on pink wood. Shulkrin may get its own wood type if y'all are patient. Here is a look at one of our other custom structures. This is the Ancient Ruin Village. Kind of get like a little sneak peek stuff. All the different little variants you can get. Personally, one of my favorite spawns is, I like this one. With the one with the nether portal. I think this one's cool. It is part of BYG. Not all of it is out yet, especially for 1.18. You can find the Ancient Ruin Village in our 1.16 builds, though, as long as most of our other villages. 1.18 does not have our villages, though, yet. Where is the Witch Hazel structures? I will show them soon. This is a work in progress. This is a work in progress. This is a work in progress. That is finished. This is our, what was it called? Our Red Rock. It was called the Red Rock Mountains. I don't know what it's called now, but this was our Red Rock village. Very much based off of like a desert village, so it wasn't really that interesting. Most of these villages were in collaboration. I had one of my friends, well, in the chat here, AOC Cash, he actually helped build and design some of the structures. So, Huge shout outs to him. This is our, it's called the Aztec Village. It can spawn in the Giovanna Shield. It can spawn in the tropical rainforest as well. It's got a lot of custom made structures on it. They're super pretty. Also I think there's a bug on them right now, but we don't talk about it. Don't worry about it. I think there's a little bug on it. Sometimes, you know, when you're porting stuff, it doesn't all go well. It's working good with the new textures, I'd say. I think everything fits well. Here's a look at Skyrus. Skyrus is probably my favorite village. I very personally handcrafted this village. It's probably, yeah, I'd say it's my favorite. Yeah. We don't like to do like above and beyond structures. Like I just like to add village variants for the biomes and stuff like that. I don't really like to add like new dungeons or stuff like that. Yeah. You know, I very much handcrafted this. I wanted a very, you know, Asian inspired place. I felt that the Skyrus Highlands in general just very much was this kind of aesthetic. And I think each little home, this is our grand library. This was built and designed by Cash. This is one of the more grand library structures that can spawn. I think it's super cool. It has like just a bunch of neat little aspects to it. It does go really well with Prismarine. That's true. It pairs quite well. There's little loot and cats can spawn in here as well. It's like a little rare occurrence sometimes. Go all the way to the top. You know, like this cute little view with an extra chest. They all have loot in them. Often rooms. Yeah. I know some mods do them great though. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not really like, I don't know. I'm not really a dungeon kind of person. It's not really what I do like to. I just love villages because yes, I love villages. I like this one. This is for our archer, for the Fletcher. It's got like a cool little area. And he's got his own little place. I thought it was cool. And then this is for the butcher. He's got a restaurant that I thought looked so cute. Yeah. We like to tell different stories with the villages, and I think what Skyrus is definitely is a very sophisticated like Asian regional like place. These people are very educated and all that. This is a cartographer's place. 2018 structure stuff. Yes, it will. So our fishermen, blacksmith, some animal pens. They're farming, which I think just looks really pretty. Then here's just some of the little standard homes. Some of the larger homes as well with our foxglove and our Skyrus vines, just making sure we incorporate this kind of luxury style that all of these homes have regardless, you know? Oh, that grew a little bit too far, didn't it? But I think it all just looks so beautiful, and I think it's really pretty. I was so proud of them. I think everyone did a good job. It's like the design with the doors. Yes, the doors have a cute design. It's very Skyrus. And then here's a little sneak peek, you guys. Just be a sneak peek. This is our Salem village, work in progress, being designed by Cash at the moment. This is the Salem village. So will spawn exclusively in the Weeping Witch Forest. We don't have a release time for this village yet. This most likely will not be coming out with like the release of BYG 1.18.2, but we'll definitely be working to get that. Just like a little sneak peek at some of the structures we're working on. And this kind of like grand chapel so far. And then little lanterns. Here's some spawns. This is, by the way, 100%, a like place where they would burn witches at the stake, because it is the Salem witch. And then this is a look at our one of, I'd say, this is kind of a spoiler for one of the mobs BYG's adding, but it's been in our Discord. This is the Pumpkin Ward's home. So this is one of their kind of like village centers. And then if we go over here, we can kind of take a look at, go ahead and take a look at what our Pumpkin Ward people, they're trying to restore this ancient ruined village, but as you can see, they're not that great at architecture. So they are a bit primitive in their building style, but they still find it a way to make it a home just for them their own. And then it's overgrown and there's lots of pumpkins everywhere. They do. So pumpkin wards, they aren't actually made of pumpkin. They almost wear it like a hat. It's like a helmet. So yeah, they use, because they live in the Autumnal Valley where they've got those giant pumpkins, they have to play to their resources. So they use the dark oak logs and then pumpkins to patch up their ancient ruins that they have found. Just kind of a little look at, it's not entirely done yet, but it's been kind of worked on. Let's see. And then here's a look at kind of, that was old, we don't talk about that, but this is a look at one of our kind of like other upcoming structures. This is for a mob that I will not be revealing the name of, I will not be talking about, but I will say they don't like light. They like it dark. They definitely like to live in a more dark area. So it's kind of about it. Yeah, they don't really like that. It was Aaron's dacite mine that I mostly designed, to be honest. We wanted to do something fun, but ultimately this didn't end up working. Kind of looked a bit messy when we tried putting it in game, so maybe another time. But doesn't this look cute? Like, can't you imagine how cute this would have looked? Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's pretty much all we've got over here, and then I'll go ahead and swing by just to get another quick, what's it called? Quick glance at our Weeping Witch. So, you know, if you could see it, you know, here's just another quick look at some of the Weeping Witch trees that we built today. We've got our little baby one, our medium one, our more kind of dead, shriveled up tall one, and then our big grand one. Yes, our BYG build. I will say, unfortunately, the only people that have access to this server is me, Corgi, Taco, and Cash, because, yes. I don't really like to bring a lot of people along for the building. Building is, like, very much something I love to do, so I like to build, about, like I said, about 95% of the stuff. I like to always build it myself, because that's just something I have a huge passion for, so... But yeah. All right. I think we have been streaming for almost 2 hours now, I want to say. I don't know. It doesn't let me check the time ever, but I think it's been almost 2 hours. I think I started the stream at around 5. But, you know, if you guys have not gotten something to eat yet, an hour and 45, or 42, I'm gonna round it to 45 by the time I'm done talking. But that's fine. But yeah, so I think I'm gonna start ending the stream here for the now. I had so much fun, you guys. It was great chatting. Gabe is picky. Yes, I am. Cash knows me. I didn't want to outright say it. I didn't want to be mean, but I am very picky when it comes to it. Pick what my fam should, and I pick what my fam should eat. Panda Express. Panda Express is so good. Bye. Yeah, no, I'm super picky with the building, and yes. It's funny, you can ask Corgi Taco. He knows how picky I am when it comes to this. Let's see, when I'm building a forest, I really want to do. Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I mean, and it seems like I'm a big. I mean, I am pretty picky about the textures. Spare, girl. Yes, we've argued about so many things, and I remember one time I felt bad because I think Corgi. This was many years ago, so I can talk about this comfortably. I felt bad because I like was very critical. He wanted to build something. It wasn't the Dacite mines, it was something else. And like he wanted to build it and I just was like no. And then he got a little upset. But it's okay. It was like I was like almost 2.5 years ago. So which is weird. Isn't that weird, Corgi? We've known each other for almost 3 years now. It's weird, isn't it? You are critical, but I'm very critical and picky. It's crazy. Real talk? What's our real talk? Goose the fourth. I know I said I'd end the stream, but now I'm like, I'm invested. Picky and critical people, what's needed? You've technically known me for like a year. That's true. I know it did start, and yeah, I like to say that I am picky. I'm critical of like what gets pushed into BYG, what's final. I like to have those says because ultimately I like to say that what you publish defines who you are, and I feel like if I am releasing something that is too low quality, something that I am not proud of, something I wouldn't be proud to publish, um, I just don't want I just wouldn't I just don't want it at all. Like if I can't do it perfectly, I just don't push it anymore. Um, that's why ultimately, with the mobs, we were gonna have the mobs come out a lot sooner, but we couldn't get the animations that I wanted for the mobs until 1.19, and I said nope, we're just not gonna push them because the animations to me are so important for some of these mobs. Like for example, the pumpkin ward, when it gets scared, like when it gets frightened by something, it's actually gonna suck its body into the head, into the pumpkin head, and then like fall onto the ground. Um, and I think it's just certain things like that that really bring what you're trying to portray to the audience just really good. And I was like, if I can't have that, if I can't have it be that perfect, then I just can't have it yet. So, and that's how a lot of things, I didn't used to be a lot like that, but as BYG got bigger, more popular, people started noticing the things we're doing. I said, I don't feel comfortable, especially after what's it called? Especially after I had ended up doing the Nether end update for a couple years ago on Halloween, and I rushed it and I released something that not only I wasn't proud of, but the community didn't end up liking. There was a lot of bugs, there was a lot of quality issues, and it took me over a year and a half to redo it and fix it and make it higher quality. So I kind of told myself after that, never again. If it's not perfect and it's not the way I want it, then we're just not releasing it and it'll be ready at a different time. Yeah, no more ETAs. I still like my themed updates, but no more ETAs. Here's the thing. I will say, I definitely want to do like the themed updates and all that, but I won't do the showcasing for that really until it's all 100% done and then do release dates on that. So the release date won't actually be like a date for us. It'll be more like a date for you guys because it'll already be done. Yeah, the Shulkran forest is going to be completely redone in our end update, the Scourge of Skulk. So yeah, we still got some updates. Our Nether update and our end update coming for 1.19 are still going to be focused on some really good revamps and changes to some of our lesser biomes. Exactly, we all grow and change and make differences. So I think that's what's kind of important. Patreons, test BYG, and get to see content for everyone else. I mean, I definitely potentially, but we'll have to. When it comes to all that stuff, I have to have the base mod done first, and then because it's gonna take me, the new updates, they're gonna take a while, and then I also, it's like I want to focus on other projects too. Caves and Critters, it's in our Discord. It's a cave mod that I really want to work on. That I got the name for it and everything so that no one else could take it. And then there's some blocks, but none of the biomes actually work yet, so it's cool. All the barks are fine. Yeah, it's like I said, it's like everyone can go. People always want to go and redo their stuff and refine it. It's good. It's part of being creative and being an artist or being like a content maker. It's good to be your own critic. Like I am always my biggest critic. It's just how I am. And anything I do, I always want to make sure it's perfect. Especially my writing. I love writing, and I think my biggest issue I had with it is I used to have this really bad habit of if I wrote something and then I didn't like it, I would just completely delete the entire thing. I wouldn't go and revise it or try and make it better. If I just didn't like it, I would just completely start from scratch. I remember one time I made an essay 5 separate times, basically, before I landed on a version I liked. When it comes with the artwork, I'm gonna say if you want to revamp your artwork, go ahead. I probably am gonna I'm putting a pause on like artwork revamps for now, simply because yes, I want to focus on other things and put resources in other areas. So I won't be pushing any more artwork redos, but yes, I'd say that is my statement on it. I think the artwork I think Witch Hazel is probably one of the last artworks to be redone. Everything else I think is going to be staying the same for a very long time. I mean, that's just kind of how it is. Like I said, it's just kind of what I would like. That's kind of like my executive decision for now. Would got improved. It used to be like dark raven strip. Yeah, that would be ebony. And I mean, yeah, sometimes, like I said, you are welcome to redo your own artwork, but I won't be pushing any more artwork for now, just because I don't want to at the moment. So yeah, I want to just focus on some other aspects of the mod right now. Yeah, Witch Hazel is probably the last one to get done. There might be like one more, but that's about it. All right, I think I'm gonna let's see, what time is it? I'm hungry. I don't think I have had dinner. Oh, I said I was gonna get Chili's, wasn't I? I have to wait for my roommate to get off work because we're gonna go get Chili's. So yes. Probably one in my head I want to redo currently. I personally like Scarus. I think it looks fine. I might tone down the saturation. Like I will do that. Like I'll probably tone down some of the saturation on maybe like the stripped, but I really don't think things are as I think you are being too critical on yourself right now, Spare. That is another part, is it's okay to be your own critic, but you also need to remember to not be too critical on yourself. Because, I really think the only thing about the strip log is its contrast is a bit high, so it's a bit bright compared to everything else. Literally, I can go in and just lower the brightness and contrast of it, and it would be just fine. Yeah, it's like not bad. Like the texture itself is not bad. It is purely just the fact that it's just a little contrast heavy, but that's about it. I personally think it's good. I think it matches very well with it. But yes, don't fall down the rabbit hole, as I like to say, when it comes to critiquing yourself. If you fall down a rabbit hole in self-critique and self-criticism, you will just truly believe that you are not good. You will always just ultimately end up saying, I am just not good enough. And that there's always something I could do better. And while that's true, everyone can always improve. It is lighter, but I'd say contrast. I'm gonna lower the contrast a little bit before release. There's a few things I have marked down that I'm just gonna tweak a little bit before release, but you know, that's just me being picky. One combination with the biome mod cover is good, so good. Like the biome cover also gives it flowery lily pads and dragonflies. Oh wow, yeah, that sounds really pretty. Yeah, I definitely want to look into adding some more ambiences to the biomes. Probably in 1.19 I'll explore that. But you know, don't fall down the rabbit hole of self-critique. Because, you know, eventually you'll just keep saying, well, I could have always done something better. And, you know, you could have, but there's really no point in always stressing about that. Sometimes you just have to truly be happy in what you made and be proud of it. Like, you know, at this I started to get too critiquing on myself about this leaf texture. And I was like, I was like worried. I got nervous. I didn't want to publish it. Like, I wanted to just completely scrap the whole idea and just kind of turn back on this whole color palette. I was really worried about this color palette because I had no idea how people were going to think about it. I was like, oh my gosh, they're probably going to think it's way too bright, way too colorful. So I was really nervous about it. And, you know, I just had to tell myself, I said, you know what? This looks good. I was like, this is different, but it's good. And I just told myself that. And I was like, you know what? It is. And, you know, I just was like, you know, heck it, I'm just going to post this. And I'm like, I think people will like it. I think people will think it's cool. Obviously, not everyone will, but yeah, they are intense. You know, they're meant to be. I definitely based Witch Hazel, the new Witch Hazel design, off of more real life Autumnal Witch Hazel. I wanted to go with a more intense, vibrant color, you know? Yeah, I wanted something definitely different, something more bold. Because I feel like BYG leaves are not very bold and they're not very, what's it called? Like, if I just look at leaves, like, there's some variation, but a lot of them don't really feel that unique and interesting. But I definitely wanted something different with this biome. I said, you know what, I need to get out of my comfort zone. I'm always really bad at making, what's it called? I'm really bad at making leaf textures, you guys. It's actually, like, you know, that's something I can fully admit and be comfortable admitting is I'm not really good at it. So I really wanted to step out of my comfort zone. Oh no, it's okay. No, that's why I'm doing this is, you know, I'm stepping out of my comfort zone and I'm designing more leaves. That's why I redid Baobab and Araucaria and I redid Pine and now I redid this. I'm trying to make myself more comfortable with this so that I, as an artist, can grow and do better. My next thing is wood types, so watch out, Spare. I need to get better at making logs because my log textures in the past kind of suck. But watch out, because yes. You know, I'm always trying to grow and better myself, and I think that's one thing I could take away for everyone watching is to do that too. Grow and better yourself. All right. Well, I think it's a good time to close the stream out. I think we either hit the 2 hour mark or we're really close to it. So I am going to end the stream here. Thank you guys so much for walking. 156, are you serious? Nah, it's fine. I'm ending it. I'm tired. I need to eat. Everyone else, y'all need to eat too. All right, but thank you so much for tuning in. I had so much fun. I'll be streaming more this weekend, and yes. Bye, everybody.